Yeah, gotcha game. It's always important to find your first team, and in this video, I will be going over everything you need to know about how to build a good team in Zenless Zone Zero. Currently, there are two types of teams you can form. The first, which is a simpler one, is the Stagger based teams. The vast majority of the enemies in this game has a days bar that will slowly accumulate as you attack them. By fully filling up the days bar, the enemy will be temporarily staggered. While staggered, the enemy will take increased damage, allowing your DPS to deal more damage during the time, and attacking a staggered enemy with a heavy attack will trigger chain attack, which deals good amount of burst damage. To quickly stagger the enemy, you want an unfilled character who can deal strong days to enemies through consistent combos. Usually, agents under the stun class will be able to fulfill this role pretty well. They tend to have optimized rotation that can maximize the speed enemy days bar fill up. This allows you to quickly unlock the burst damage of chain attacks, plus a burst window for the DPS agent. Some of the good examples here are Lekion, Coletta, and Anbi. The stun character I use the most during the current beta is Lekion. He has a very strong days multiplier in both his attack and his skills, with his core passive further pushing his dazing ability. He is undoubtedly currently the best stun agent we have. And for beginners who doesn't have an S-rank stun agent, Anbi will work fun as her dazer. While not as good as Lekion, she can still stun enemies relatively quickly and also apply shock quite well. After the chain attack, you're now looking at a perfect DPS window. Not only will the enemy be stunned in place, but they will also take increased damage until the days bar depletes. To maximize the benefit of this period, you will need an agent that can dash out tons of damage. That's where, for most part, agent with attack class will be used. Attack class agent in general have higher damage multiplier and self buff that will further increase their damage when given the chance. However, many of them have limitations within their kit. For some attackers, such as Ellen or Soldier 11, their damage are loaded toward the end of their combo, meaning if they are interrupted midway through, either by being hit or from dodging themselves, they will lose out a tons of damage potential. For some other attack agent, such as Anton or Korain, their damage will only be greatly amplified when they have the energy to launch their EX special attack, especially Korain. She can deal as much damage as an ultimate as long as you have the 80 energy required for her to do a full-length EX special. For this kind of attacker, unloading their damage while enemies are staggered will make the use of their energy much more efficient. Now that was two positions filled. Compared to them, the third slot is relatively flexible, depending on both team and stage. The first thing to look at here is to make sure your carry's additional ability are active. All agents have an additional ability that will further boost their power, and to activate them, you will need to have another agent in the team, either with the same attribute or the same faction. So if you're looking at two agents who cannot activate the additional ability of each other, you can look to fill the slot with a bridge character who can help them unlock that additional ability. Now, the second thing you should be looking for is their ability to support the team, without needing to take up too much on-field time. We have some support specialists such as Nicole, Sankaku, and Rina who can just come on field, quickly do what they need to do with their energies, then go back off field. But agent with good energy regen and strong EX skills such as Anbi are a great choice as well, as she has a great EX special that have good days and shock amplification. Some characters have special synergy where they are meant to be played together. Coletta's combo and ultimate will be enhanced when Ben is on the team, giving her more power. Ben is also a great agent in general as a support, since his EX special when used as a block counter can apply tons of days. And lastly, for stages where you want you to trigger certain anomaly, it might be worth it just put on an agent of the corresponding attribute for the stage mechanic. Other than the Stagger based team, you can also play around an Anomaly based team. Similar to the Stagger team, you kind of play combat in two phases of building up and DPSing. Agent with strong Anomaly application in their kit like Grace is a great choice for fast Anomaly build up. She can quickly apply shock to enemies through her skill, while her additional ability also increases the damage enemy take from shock. Once shock is activated, you can then switch to your DPS who can amplify the effect of Anomaly. And for right now, we have Anton whose additional ability allows him to cause bonus shock proc every 5 crits, dealing additional damage. Well, the rule of support is somewhat similar to the Stagger team, where you are looking for any agents that can quickly switch on field to use their energy. There are specialized Anomaly support who can fit much better into this role. The current example would be Rina, as she can increase the duration of shock and provide penetration and bonus electric damage for the team. It is important to know that in this game, Anomaly's effect is based on contribution of the build-up instead of solely based on who did the last hit that triggered the Anomaly. This means it's now best to concentrate both of the Anomaly-related stats, which speed up its build-up and its effect, onto a dedicated Anomaly build-up character for the best result. While we did use Mono Attribute as our example, playing for Anomaly doesn't mean you have to go for Mono Attribute. Either's Corruption effect will trigger a bonus proc every 0.5 seconds, which means any character with high attack frequency can synergize with it. One good example would be Billy from Starter Squad or Corrin. They both have very high attack frequency, which allows them to proc the effect many times for its duration. Also, whenever you apply a new Anomaly effect while the last one is still active, a Disorder will trigger, dealing damage based on the previous Anomaly while also accumulating days, before switching to the effect of the new Anomaly. So, it is possible that in the future, we will have team consist of different Anomaly focused agents with focus of being triggering disorders. Stagger and Anomaly teams are not mutually exclusive. Regardless of who you are playing, the attack will for the most part accumulate both days and Anomaly. Your Anomaly team will deal more damage when the enemy are staggered, and Anomaly themselves also have bonus effect that will increase your Stagger team's damage. Ice's Frostbite will provide bonus critical damage, which allow anyone to benefit from it. Physical's Assault will increase days accumulation for the enemy of the duration, which allows faster staggers. All of these anomalies can fit into your regular Stagger-based teams and help you deal more damage in the process, but there are more on the secondary side for most Stagger-focused teams. Some characters also synergize with Anomaly without being focused on Anomaly effect itself. One good example here is Soldier 11, who deals additional damage against burning enemies. So having a mono fire team will greatly benefit her damage output, even though her playstyle is focused on dealing burst DPS while the enemies are staggered, using her enhanced basic attacks. Though right now we only have a limited amount of characters, which means we are mostly still limited to apply dates through attack and boost power through crit. Given it sometimes, I'm sure we will have more unique type of character that will form different squads with more interesting playstyles. I'm also expecting character to break out of the limitation of class system sooner or later. Acheron? Well, that is the end of this video, and I hope you found it useful. This has been Steamboat Next, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.